Hey, welcome to Funnels and Follow-Up, Catherine.
Welcome to Funnels and Follow-Up, Barry.
Hey, thank you very much. And to our audience, viewers, listeners, welcome. It's great to see you or not.
We don't see anybody except each other. Just remember that.
And I like to see you.
Okay, but we're not seeing our audience anyway. So welcome to Funnels and Follow-Up, the show that talks about ways to build your business's funnel system, or that which you use in order to attract and teach potential customers, clients, vendors, whatever, JV partners, who you are and what you do and how you deliver. So that's the funnel part. The follow-up part is when somebody is interested in the information that you've given them in the funnel. When somebody is interested in your contact, you then follow up with them. When someone is a client, when someone is a past client, you follow up with them.
Phone call, email, whatever it takes. Carrier pigeon.
Carrier pigeon works.
Follow up, that's where the money is.
We're trying to teach the chickens right now to fly out of the coop, bring an egg to a client, and then come back. It's not working.
Right. All they're doing is crapping on the heads of these people.
Yes.
It's not pretty.
It's not pretty. No. Anyway, so we went far off topic. Today, we're going to talk about creating an online course. And for a better percentage of you out there than you think, creating an online course is a great way of introducing yourself to your audience. It's a great part of your funnel, of your whole marketing campaign, if you will. So a lot more of you that are out there than you think can benefit from creating an online course.
Well, let's put it into perspective. A typical funnel, and for those that don't know what a funnel is, sales pipeline. You're taking your prospects on a journey from prospect to client to raving fan.
Right.
And what you want to do is be able to provide them different levels of service or products that you have.
Correct.
So mostly what you'll see is, here, the standard way of doing it. You offer a freebie. It's called a lead magnet. You offer that to a prospect.
Yes.
Prospect downloads it. In exchange for them downloading it, they're giving you their email address because you need to stay in touch. That's a fair trade-off. Follow up. That's what the email address is for. Once that freebie, that lead magnet puts them into your world.
Right.
It's the very initial introduction to you. Shows what you do on a very basic level. The next thing that you want to do is offer them what we call a tripwire, which is a very low cost product. So it's getting their comfortable paying you for something. It's something of value, whatever it happens to be. And it's typically anywhere from $97 to $27. That's typical. You're making faces, Catherine, but
it should have been $27 to $97 or $127. But yeah, you said it backwards. Just saying.
It's backwards day. So now you're getting them comfortable paying you. So that's the second piece. The next piece you want to do is get a little bit higher price product that you have. And in this case, it can be an online course. And that price is usually $2,000 or less.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. So $2,000 or less, it's an entry level. It's an intermediate. And then from there, whatever your high-end program or product or service is, that's a different story. But we're taking you right now as far as the online course.
Absolutely. So here's what we're going to tell you and what we're not going to tell you. There are 1,001 classes, courses, whatever out there on how to build an online course. And if you want to very quickly, very easily build an online course, Barry and I have a very quick, down and dirty program, for lack of a better term, in order to help you do that, to just outline it, get it off the ground, and get it rocking and rolling. So that's my plug for the day. We can absolutely help you do that. We can absolutely work with you on doing that. You can go online. Again, 1,001 people out there. Some are great. Some suck.
We don't suck.
We don't suck.
We don't suck. We're not the sucky ones.
Are doing how to do your online courses. Some of these courses are live and in person. Some of them are completely online. So the first distinction that we want to make is, what is an online course? Who should be creating an online course? Why should you be creating an online course? And where does it fall in your funnel? But Barry already told you where it falls in your funnel.
I'm going to interrupt you, because one piece that you're missing is, what should that course be about?
Yes. What should that course be about?
It might not be what you think.
This is very true. This
okay.
is very true.
Continue.
So the first thing is, what is an online course? What does it entail? And I think for me, the thing that pops into my mind is that an online course is something that we record. You may record your modules on Zoom. In fact, we've got an online course that it's a mini course that we sometimes give away and sometimes sell. It just depends on who asks us, but it's a mini online course, and it's just recorded. It is a recorded course that,
it's hands off.
It's completely hands off. And it's followed up by an email sequence, a series that we've set up. So it's completely hands off. It's put the information in, let the machine run. I always think of an online course as something being completely hands off. Shelf help, if you will, that, you just sort of take it off your shelf, you download it, or you download it from the internet, and you never watch it.
Right.
The other thing that I never realized until we created our own online courses, Ultimate Follow-Up Blueprint and Client Attraction Mastery, is that they can and initially should be done live. So, as I said, we have an online course.
Well, I need to clarify, when you say live, we still mean online.
Yes.
Whether it's done webinar style or Zoom style, it's still online. You're not getting people into a classroom or meeting room. So that's what we mean by live. You're teaching it at a specific time on a specific day, and everybody that's your student in the course joins then.
Absolutely. So those are the two online courses. It's either pre-recorded and completely hands-off. It is live online, specific time, specific day, but people can join you from all over the world. Maybe the people on the other side of the globe have to set their alarm for 3:00 in the morning to join you, but they can join you. And you also tend to record those calls for those who couldn't make it on that particular call. But it is a very specific classroom setting, in that you have, let's say, 20 students. So, Mary Jo, Bob, Steve, Jen, Katie, those are the students, and their participation in the class is what makes this class this month different from the class you did last month and the class you're going to do next month.
And that's because of the interaction that goes on when you do it live.
Right.
Everybody asks different questions.
Yep.
That's why when we do our classes, we always allow our students to take the course over again with no charge as many times as they want, because you always learn something new. each time
Right.
because of the interaction.
So those are the types of online courses, either completely pre-recorded, completely online, and then so you got completely pre-recorded here, completely online, and then you got the hybrid, which is in the middle. And we've done hybrid courses where part of it is online and part of it
Pre-recorded.
pre-recorded online. So pre-recorded, yes, thank you for the correction. Part of it is the coursework is pre-recorded and you consume that when you want to. And then there is a live interactive part of it, whether that be a mastermind group, whether you are doing a one-to-one coaching, whatever it is, that's the hybrid. You've got the pre-recorded stuff and you've got the live stuff. So that is how you can present, for those who are watching on video, that is how you can present an online course.
Now, how do you get there? Because you first need to know, well, obviously you're an expert in your field. You wouldn't be doing what you're doing if you're not an expert. So you have the knowledge. Now you need to find out what your clients are going to want, what your students are going to want. So you have to do this really cool thing. It's called market research.
Yep.
And find out what they want, because you may find that it's not what you wanted to do a course on. It might be something different, but it's still in your zone of expert, zone of genius. So check with people, talk to at least 20 people
Right.
that are in your target market and find out what they want. Ask questions. What do you need to learn?
For example, let me give you this example. You may feel like people need to learn how to drive on the freeway. People may need to, you feel like you're a driving instructor, and what you know is that people totally suck when they get on the highway. Surface streets, they're great, but when they're on the highway, they just don't know what to do. They don't know how to use a turn signal. They don't know how to exit. They don't even go there. Don't even go there, because we could count up who's had more accidents.
Oh.
Okay, so don't go there. You're a driving instructor. This is what you know, is that people need to understand how to drive on the highway. But when you question people, when you do the market research, what they're telling you is things like, I want to learn how to drive at a faster speed. I want to learn how to do closed track racing. I want to learn to do something different. What that tells you is you're going to attract people with what they think they need, but you're going to show them what you know. Remember, you're the expert in your field. You're the expert. So you know what the foundation needs to be. You know what the underlying education needs to be.
You have to realize, that they don't know what they don't know.
Correct. So what you're going to do is you're going to attract them with, learn how to drive at high speeds, but you're actually going to teach them how to merge, how to use a signal, how to drive safely, and then they can use that foundation to learn how to drive at high speeds. That is what the market research is for. What is the angle that you're going to come in on in order to attract students to your online course?
Now, go ahead. You were
No,
going to say more.
I was just going to say that that's a very important part.
Okay, and you said it.
I did.
Once you know what you're going to do the course on, and again, when you're talking and doing your market research, they're going to tell you what words to use in your marketing to get them into the course. That's the beauty of it also.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought. Go ahead, continue, Kat.
You're using their words to sell them their sort of thing. And once you've developed this class and you've had success with it, and you've had students that have had success with it, now, and this is, it could take, 2 or 3 runs, it could take 20 or 30 runs, but now it starts to run itself. Hey, I've run this course. This is the average amount my students make from the knowledge. This is the average insurance savings that they get from learning how to drive on the highway. This is the average, whatever it is. This is the average time savings, money that they make, monetary savings, whatever the end result that your class is offering them. That is what you can start telling success stories on, and now letting the class sort of sell itself.
Now, what if you don't know what you can do a course on? You're a professional, but you don't know, hey, I've never done a course. What am I going to do a course on? Let me give a perfect example. One of our clients, Cassandra Sullivan, I'll give her a plug. She's an amazing photographer, wins award after award after award. And at this time, granted, we're live now, so we're going through the COVID-19 pandemic. Everybody's home. Nobody wants to have their picture taken now. So she's going to be creating a course teaching photographers special techniques that she uses so this way, when the crisis is over, they could go out and take better pictures, and she's still bringing money in during this crisis when she can't go out and shoot.
Right.
So,
and here's another course that we're working with her to create, and that is, she enjoys doing landscape photography, and building photography, whatever. She enjoys doing that, but that is not her niche of expertise in the world of photography. In the world of photography, her niche of expertise is family portraits, business portraits, and event photography, not weddings. So that is her area of expertise in what she does to make money. What she enjoys, the part of what she does, photography, that she enjoys for relaxation is, mountains and trees and flowers and wildlife and all those sorts of things. So she's also creating an online course to teach people how to get better recreational photographs. She is not infringing on her market at all, because she's not teaching them to do what she does. She's teaching professional photographers who have their own audience and who could be outside of the geographical region that she can, physically work. And she is getting more customers. She has a product out there that can just attract people who are going to go on vacation, or who like to walk in nature, who want to photograph more. It's this other stream of income that she has that is in her wheelhouse. And I could go off on an entire tangent of, how people keep telling you that you need an additional stream of income, and how those people are in some sort of network marketing program that they only work part-time and they want you to work part-time. That's not the additional stream of income we encourage. We encourage streams of income in your wheelhouse, under your umbrella. So that's in her wheelhouse and under her umbrella. That's a great way to use an online course.
yeah. And also, with us saying this on our program, because we just spoke to her about this last week, it's encouraging her to actually do it. We're putting out there so that she does it.
This is true.
It's just, we light fires under butts. That's just the fun part of this.
Barry and Catherine Cohen, Cohen Coaching, the fire under your butt. Oh, I like that.
I like that.
That's a good tagline.
If you happen to be watching live, do you like that tagline or not? Put it in the comments.
Yeah. Cohen Coaching, we light a fire under your ass. I might change that as my new tagline. No. Anyway, so that's when you think about who should be doing, or what should I be doing an online course of, think about the people that you are not reaching, that you can't reach. For example, if you physically must be here in this spot, and there's no way that you can do the work that you do elsewhere, like let's say outside this frame. Let's just use this for those of you who are watching the video of the podcast, outside of the frame of the podcast, but is much more polite than ass. I'm sorry, Liddy, have you met me? So if what you do, it needs you to be there physically, you could consider doing a course to other professionals in the same field as you to teach them how to do it better. That's one course you could consider. If there are aspects of what you do that people can do at home themselves, that's something else that you could teach in a course. If there is something about you that, let's say you are a business coach like we are, and you're a business coach, and here are your fees. This is your rate. X number of dollars is, this is what it costs to do a year coaching program with us. It's $12,000 to do a year coaching program with us. You may offer an online course for a specific part of that, of what you would do in a year coaching program. You may offer an online course either to introduce people to you as their first little toe dip in the water. You may introduce a course as an overview for those who may not be quite ready to hire a $12,000 or $18,000 or $20,000 a year coach, who may not be quite ready to hire a $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000 a year coach. Terry, let's talk offline. We've got a lot of ideas. It's interesting. Your example was about a photographer. Well, excellent, Terry. Let us know what you're doing, to promote your business, and maybe what you might have thought of to do an online course. So that's what you may want to be considering when you're doing an online course. Do I want to introduce who I am? Because introduce who I am to people as an entree, as an appetizer, if you will, or an entrance into my world. Do I want to create something for people who are not quite at the level that I serve, but I still want to be able to serve and support these people? Do I want to create something that is a do-it-yourself light version of what I do? Do I want to teach other professionals like me how to do what they do better? Those are all things you should consider when you are considering what you might want to do as an online course.
And, a lot of people are technologically afraid of online courses. So the technology that you can use, what we always recommend, it's simple. You have your course in this program, you have your email in your program, the membership site. So everything is in one package. We recommend that. And what I should just say it is Kartra. Only because it's easy. You shouldn't be afraid of technology.
Yeah.
If you need to take your stuff online at this time in history, everything is going online. People are working from home, telecommuting. They're learning online. Schools now, everything is online teaching. So you have to be able to take what you do and somehow bring it online.
It opens you up to a bigger audience too.
It really does. It really does. I'm putting the link to where to look at the software package in the comments section. So go ahead and talk, Kat, while I type.
Right. So what you want to do is let's get the technology out of the way. Let's talk about the big pink elephant in the room. And the big pink elephant in the room is the technology. Oh my word, I don't know how to send an email. Well, two things. One, learn how to send an email. Two, you can hire people to do the technology for you. You absolutely can hire people to do the technology for you. Here's the rub. Here's the thing of it. You, as the person who is putting this all together, you, as the head of your company, need to have some sort of idea of what the technology is all about, so that if you lose one employee, you can easily train another. If you are hiring out for a virtual assistant, you know what to tell them, you know what to expect from the virtual assistant. The reason why we chose Kartra, and that's cohencoaching.com/Kartra. There it is up on the screen. But for those of you who are listening in, go ahead to www.cohencoaching.com/Kartra, Kartra. The reason why we chose it is it's super simple to use. Now, is it as easy as sending an email through AOL? No. I use that example.
Wow.
I believe that's what my 83 and 86-year-old in-laws are still using.
They're using Yahoo.
Oh, they're using Yahoo.
I would not allow them to use AOL.
All right. So is it as easy to do as send an email through Yahoo? Probably not. However, it is extremely easy. So much so that I can do a majority of the things on Kartra. That's one reason why we recommend it. The other reason why we recommend it is because everything is in one place. So your email campaigns, your membership site, which is where you want your course to live. You want it to live on a membership site. You don't want to have to be emailing videos and emailing course material to people, because eventually you want hundreds of people. Yes, hundreds of people signing up for your courses. So you don't want to be emailing this stuff to hundreds of people every week during the course. So the email is there, the membership site is there, the ability to create your landing page, the ability to take money online. Everything that you need is there. And that's why we recommend that and we like that. End of discussion on that. Doing a course is super easy. Make sure you have the bullet points of your material. Make sure you know what you're talking about. Have the bullet points and then have a little bit of detail in there. And do not try to wing it.
Never, ever, ever wing it. We've tried it. It doesn't work.
Don't wing it. Do not wing it. It's stupid. You will look stupid and you're not going to get to your paying clients the information that you need to get to your paying clients.
And on the flip side of that, don't have just a script.
Correct.
You don't want to look like you're just reading down the road. No.
Yes. Correct. Not yes. Correct.
But like Catherine said, bullet points so you stay on subject, stay on target, and don't digress. Stay where you need to be. Focus on the material and focus on your students.
Here's the other flip side of that coin. Be flexible. If you find in week 2 that the material that you have just presented to your people has gone way over their head, you need to back up a little bit, explain the foundation, and then move ahead.
And that brings up what you always want to do. Dumb it down to just under the level of your students. You don't want to be at the level because everybody's not going to be at the same level. as of understanding, just dumb it down. It makes it simpler for you because you don't have to get too technical in whatever your field happens to be, because no matter what field you're in, you can get technical. And your students understand what you're doing.
Once they have the understanding, okay, so I know exactly what you're thinking out there. Well, if I dumb it down to the level below my students, they're not learning anything. Not so. Your students are smart, intelligent people. However, the material that you're about to teach them, they have no idea about. They may have a vague idea about. They may have the wrong idea about, but they do not know exactly what you're going to teach them. So you want to start at a level that's slightly underneath. Make sure that everybody has that same solid foundation and then build on the foundation. You don't start building a house on the second floor. You don't start your course on the second floor. You want to make sure that everybody has the same foundation and then build upon it. When you do the course in January, you may have a bunch of students. Let's say it's a month-long course. You do the course in January, you may have a bunch of students that are way ahead of the game, that are rocking and rolling, and that just zoop along, move along real fast, and you must give them additional material. You must give them additional work and homework and ideas and things to do. Now it's March. You're running the course again in March, and you find that these students are just struggling a little bit. They're no smarter. They're not as smart. They just are struggling with the concept. They may be different learners. They may be at a different level with this particular subject. Now you've got to pull the reins back in, because if you teach the same way that you taught in January, you're going to lose all your students, your March group of students. So you absolutely must do that when you're doing it live.
Let me give an example. About a month ago, I was giving a talk talking about funnels. And at the end of the talk, somebody came up to me and said, "I don't know what a funnel is." Now, I just assumed, because it was a room of business owners, I assumed that they knew what a funnel was. I had to go back and explain what a funnel. I had to rework my talk so the beginning I can say what a funnel is. Once you explain what something is, you can use the more technical term.
Right.
Because now everybody's on the same page.
Correct.
It's the same thing with acronyms.
Oh my God. Don't use acronyms until you've said the whole thing out a few times. Unless well-known acronym, like everybody knows what NASA is. So you don't have to say the National Aeronautics and Space Administration 47 times. You can just say NASA and everybody knows what NASA is.
I'm done.
You're done.
Continue. I made my point.
When you are doing a pre-recorded online class, you've got to do more foundational pieces than when you go live. Because when you go live, you can say, okay, so when we're talking about NASA, everybody knows what NASA is, right? Okay, great. When we're talking about NASA, and you've gotten positive response that everybody knows about it. If you are pre-recording the class, you don't necessarily know that everybody who's listening knows what it is. So once or twice, you want to give that foundational bit of information. You have different ways of doing the course: live, online, pre-recorded, or a hybrid. You have different ways of figuring out what of your expertise you want to put out there, and that's through marketing. Then you want to make the determination of, do I want to, give this to people as an introduction to me, as a as me light, or do I want to talk to other other people in my same category. So you've made all those determinations. You've got your technology all together. Again, we recommend Kartra. And when you use our link, we give you a little free help along the way with Kartra. So just a bonus that I'm plugging in there. You've outlined your course material. You know that you may have to focus more in one area than the other area for different groups. You know that you need to be flexible depending on your group and what their level of knowledge is, what their prerequisites are. So why do you want to do an online course? Why do you want to go through all this trouble? What's the point, Barry?
Oh, you're asking me what the point is? Well, first of all, you're not giving away the course. Let's be absolutely honest and upfront. You're going to charge for this course. So you're going to have some additional income coming in. And like Catherine said before, everyone says multiple streams of income. Here's one stream that's in your wheelhouse.
Right.
You're not an accountant that's selling nutritional products. It's staying in your wheelhouse. It's making you the expert in your field. You already know that you're the expert in your field. Now other people know that. And that's going to and that's going to grow your audience. Growing your audience leads to more clients. More clients leads to more money. More money leads to a better life. A better life means you just made me happy. So it's all about me.
How does a better life for our listening audience make you more happy?
Because with the advice that we gave them, they have a better life. And if they have a better life, I feel good that I was a part of that.
Okay.
So it's all about me.
It's all about you. It's always about you. In all seriousness, you may have heard, and depending on your category, your occupation, whatever, you may have heard, write a book, write a book, write a book, write a book. You've got to write a book. Writing a book will give you expertise. Write a book. Not everybody wants to write a book.
And it sure as heck isn't going to make you money.
It's not going to make you money. You're not, what is it? J.K. Rowling. I always forget the second letter.
J.K. Rowling.
You did not write
the great American novel.
The great American novel. Your book is simply an overpriced business card. You want to write a book, write a book. You feel like it's going to get you on more stages, it'll get you on more stages.
There are people that have a book in them and they have a great desire to write a book. Do it.
Do it.
But if you're doing it because somebody told you have to, do an online course instead.
Do an online course instead, because that really will make you money. That really will make you money. When you're charging between $197 to, $1,997, $1,997 for the online course.
And you put 20 people in that course each time.
Right. You're making way more money than it's even costing you to produce the book. You are getting out to more people. And when you have successfully brought someone through your online course, and they understand what it is that you can do for them, they will take the next step with you. Now, I know that sounds like a lot of what coaches do, because it's what coaches do. It's what we do. You want to take the course, Attract Your Ideal Client? Great. We will teach you how to attract your ideal client. And when you are done doing our How to Attract Your Ideal Client course, you will see what it is that we can do and how taking your next step with us could be beneficial. That's obvious. That's coaches do that all the time. But what about the photographer? For some people, all right, for some people that you sell your online course to, if you're selling an online course about taking great landscape pictures and, taking better pictures on your vacation, that may be as far as it goes, unless you do a series of classes, unless you do, the 101, 201, 301 series of classes.
Well, there's also in a case like that, if someone is local to you, they might say, hey, can I hire you to private coach me on how would you use my camera?
Absolutely. That's another thing. You can also teach somebody not as great via Zoom, but you're absolutely right. In fact, years and years ago, before we took our first trip together to Italy, we hired a professional photographer to teach us, you in particular, how to take better pictures. And now we have a house full of beautiful artwork that you took pictures of because we hired that. So that's a way that it can, lead into bigger and better things. Maybe if you're teaching a class to other photographers, again, they may hire you on as their personal photography coach. So those are different ways of, that might be one area that it takes you to the next step with that client. Sometimes that doesn't happen. It's the online course is just a way for you to reach more people and take your talents and your skills and make it into a product. An online course is a product that you can sell. Let's say you're a realtor and you do an online course about how to buy your next house, things you should look for, how to read the market. You do an online course about that. You may then end up with people who want to invest with you, do fix and flips with you, if that's a direction that you're going. It could be any number of things. There are so many different examples of, okay, I've done this course with you. I see that you are competent and confident, and I see that you can help me do the next thing. And now you get hired for whatever it is. I see that you are competent and confident, and while I can do steps 1 through 10, your course shows me how to do steps 11 through 20, and there is no way in heck that I can do steps 11 through 20. So let me hire you.
Catherine, I'm going to make an executive decision here.
Yes.
What I'd like to do is, if you're watching this, whether it's live, recorded, listening, I don't care, and you can't figure out what you can do as an online course, I want to talk to you. I want to get you on a call. Let's see if we can figure it out.
Yeah. I'm game.
Yeah. Go to cohencoaching.com/schedule and take an income acceleration session. That I didn't have anything set up for this in particular, but that is a 30-minute call. So you get a 30-minute call with us so we can talk to you, figure out what would be the direction to go for an online course.
Yeah.
We're here to help.
Create this online course, and this is why you want to create it. And this is the next step after people take this online course with you that you can do with them. It's a progression. It is another product for you to sell. It is an absolute product for you to sell. Here's another great example. I know there are a lot of people out there. We know a lot of people that sell essential oils. There's a number of, excellent companies that, there are a number of excellent companies out there that have essential oils that they do, and people use that, whether that is that they want to make that their full-time income, or they want to make that a side business, or it is part of their health and wellness business. Chiropractors do it, massage therapists do it, hypnotherapists do it. All these people, this is an additional thing. If you do an online course about essential oils and how they can be used more than just putting them in a diffuser, well then, guess who they're going to get their essential oils from? You. They're going to get their essential oils from you. They're going to buy them from you. They're going to turn to you for a little bit more advice. You can do an online course about essential oils for cleaning. You could do an online course about essential oils for first aid. You could do, you could build upon your online courses, and you could sell more essential oils. So, you know what? Challenge us. Challenge us. Get on our schedule, and let's see if we can't figure out what of your expertise would make a great online course and why it is good in your product service offerings to have said online course.
And also, if there is something that you wanted us to talk about on the show that we didn't, ask us.
Yeah.
We are an open book.
So Terry the photographer, get on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What she said.
Yeah. Terry the photographer who was watching our show live, we want you to get on. We want everybody to get on. But in all seriousness, doing an online course, people are taking more and more online classes. People are doing it for improving their business. People are doing it for improving their careers. People are doing these to just improve their lives. I want to take better pictures. I want to cook better. I want to, clean my house in under an hour instead of taking all Saturday morning to do it. Whatever it is. Hey, that's it. If you're a housekeeper, do tips and tricks to clean your house in under an hour. There
you go. I think this is a good spot to end it. And let me give all of the ending stuff. Terry, it's an income acceleration session. That's what you schedule.
Yep.
Okay. So
I love live podcasts.
I know. So find us on YouTube at Cohen Coaching, the channel Cohen Coaching. Please subscribe and hit the little bell so you get a reminder when we go live again. We're on Facebook at Funnels and Follow Up, and on all of the podcast places, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio,
Google, you name it. If they play a podcast, we're on it.
We're on it. And that's Funnels and Follow Up is where you'll find them. We're live every Monday at 2:00 Arizona time.
That's right.
Change time zones. So
that's right. The rest of you, it may change times during the year, but for everybody in Arizona, it's always 2 p.m.
So we will catch everyone next Monday. And for those of you that are watching and listening, whether live or recorded, go to our scheduler, select income acceleration session. And we want to talk to you about what your online program can be.
Yep.
And with that, bye, everyone.
See you next time. Bye-bye.